say one time that you just need one thing in life. If I could say one word, it would be perseverance. And I think that's exactly what I would say to a young person that is kind of at their wit's end or not really sure if they are good enough, or maybe they're questioning their abilities or their career path. I would say, keep at it. I mean, for me, I picked up a really great book called The Artist's Way when I was in college. And one of the things in that book is it forces you to constantly write every day. Write something down every day. It doesn't matter what it is, just a stream of consciousness. It could be a poignant idea. It could be all that, but just write something every day, no matter what. And I took so much from that and applied it to other things. I applied it to music. Write something every day, even though if you think it sucks or if other people think it sucks, at least you have it and you know that it sucks. Then you can kind of build on top of that and go, well, I won't write something like that because now I know that sucks. I want to write something that's good now. But you can always learn from your mistakes. It's like a video game. If you went down one pathway, you're going to go the other if it didn't work out. So I just applied it that way. And I think that word perseverance was kind of the baseline of it all. Just work through it. You're going to figure it out eventually,
Mm-hmm.
So powerful.
No, that's very excellent. Perspective, and I'm feeling just motivated right now listening to the words,
Yeah.
Now, one of the intimidating, I guess, components of those of us who do create, those of us who are involved with the arts in any capacity, is that there's a very real chance what you create might fail, or you might fail.
For sure.
Any insight on how somebody can work to improve their ability to deal with failure? And, you hear oftentimes you got to have thick skin. Any, I guess, insight on how somebody can work towards attaining that?
I don't consider myself a success. I understand that I still continue to fail, even throughout my day-to-day today. I could have done things differently today. I think that failure is a part of our fiber and it's always going to be there. But I think it's how you let it affect you. Are you going to let it completely eat you alive, or are you going to let it make you better? Are you going to learn from it? And I think that that's the biggest thing. Especially in the arts. I mean, I was told right away that, hey, if you get into the arts, you're going to fail. I mean, it's just impossible to win. But I will say that that's completely false. When I was 5 years old, I made my first, payment as a professional singer. A guy named the Nickel Guy gave me a nickel. And I said, from that point on, I was a professional singer. So in my mind, I was already a success, just from getting a nickel. So I think it's it's your perspective on it, right? I think if somebody says to you, oh, don't get into acting because there's a billion people in it, and you're going to move to LA, you're going to move to New York, you're going to move to Chicago, and all those places are shark pits. They're going to attack you. And it's true. I mean, there's a billion people out there, but how many of those billion people think that they're a failure? Probably quite a few of them. So in your mind, if you think that you're not a failure and you keep at it, and you're optimistic about failing, I mean, that sounds weird, right? Like, how can you be optimistic about failing? But really, that's true. I mean, if somebody told me, that sucked, I don't want to use you, that's fine. I'll go to the next place. I'll keep looking until I find out a place to do my thing, or I'll keep auditioning until I get a role, or I'll keep writing that song until it sounds awesome, until somebody buys it, or until somebody tells me from the crowd, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. Because I've had all those things happen. So in a sense, I've been a success and I continue to be a failure.